Good evening everybody, I'm back, 2 vlogs in 2 days, I'm spoiling you lot. The reason I'm back though is because I've been viciously mocked for my lack of sort of professionalism and information in my Elite Drivo review. I've been compared to DC Rainmaker, Shane Miller, and obviously I didn't quite live up to their standards, the very high standards that those guys have set. By basically missing out some pretty crucial details about the Elite Drivo. So I'm here to set that record straight. Right, first thing I'm going to do is, as with all very technical scientific reviews, I'm actually going to give you some power graphs. I'm going to actually demonstrate what I mean visually when I was talking about the inertia and the momentum that carries through when pedaling on the Drivo compared to my clearly faulty Takt Vortex. Now I suggested that the Vortex was only generating power as I literally sort of stamped on each pedal stroke, whereas the Drivo seems to carry that momentum through because of the weight of the flywheel and has a much smoother sort of power delivery. So I'm going to demonstrate that to you with this a chart that I managed to create. So if you look here, I mean this. Sorry, I'll try and explain this in layman's terms, but obviously don't be put off the rest of the video if this bit's a bit baffling to you. It will get easier to understand. The blue line here is my Vortex and the red line is my new Elite Drivo. So what you're seeing here is what I'm going to call power teeth, and what it is basically the power graph for my Vortex. As you can see, with every power stroke I've got a bit of power, none, bit of power, none, bit of power, none, bit of power, none, 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 power, and none. That's how the data and the power is transmitted through the Vortex. Power teeth. You can see why, it's like sharps. The next, with the Drivo, I consider it more to be like a power rainbow. So power keeps the power, keeps the power, keeps the power, and then gradually eases off. So there you go. That's the science part. I'll give you some more general consumer information about the Drivo. Cost at the moment is retailing just under £1,000 from most UK resellers. It can replicate a maximum gradient of 24%. I think I said 3,000% in yesterday's video. It's actually slightly less than that, it's 24%. It can generate a maximum power of 2,000 watts, which I did demonstrate yesterday in my video when I came close to that with my sprint that I did. You can go back and watch that video to see exactly what the wattage was that I hit, but I think it was close to the limit of the Drivo. What else can I tell you? Well, that's basically it, other than actually one thing, the first fault that I found, and it's not actually with the unit itself, but every bit of free software and apps and accounts and things that I've been sent through, like, I'm just trying to see what it's called, I've got the leaflet over there, the My e-training software, the Real Video software and stuff like that. It only works on PC, so it's a complete waste to me being a Mac user. But that's the only complaint I've got so far. So that's the main reason for coming back on. I wanted to give you a much more in-depth, up-close review of the Drivo, but I'm also going to do my FTP test tonight. I've just eaten a rather large dinner. They were low fat, but there was sausages and mashed potato, but they were low fat sausages. That was only about 3/4 of an hour ago that I ate that, so I'm not sure whether the potatoes will count as carb loading or whether that's just eating far too late to be doing an FTP test. But anyway, I'm going to give it a go. I'm not expecting much from this one, but it will set a benchmark for me to work from. Before I do that, let me just show you. I have pimped my Drivo just a little bit. I'll bring you down here. So it is now the official WKG branded Drivo with the Love Velo there on the round bit, whatever that's called. I'm assuming that's where the flywheel is and the fan. So looks quite good, I thought. Like I've mentioned in the forums, I was tempted, or am tempted, to spray it black and orange, but I think I'll leave it as is for now. So there you go. I hope that will satisfy everybody that thought my review wasn't particularly informative. I hope I've put that straight. Now I'm going to jump on the bike, do a little warm up, and then I will I'll actually let you watch me die on an FTP test. All right, so I just did a 5 kilometre warm up with a few little quick bursts in there. I completely forgot that you do a 100 watt 15-minute warm up as part of this FTP test anyway, so that was kind of pointless. So I've just joined it now. One thing I will say that I've done with the Drivo is I've attached the cadence sensor. I don't know if it's going to make any difference at all, because nobody else seems to be using it, and it did seem to be recording cadence, but I've hooked it up through that now as well, just to see if it gives me a more accurate reading than the trainer sort of estimating cadence, but we'll wait and see. Right, so this first part is a 15-minute warm-up at 100 watts. Progressive warm-up. This is a progressive ramp, starting off easy in your zone 1 and ramping up throughout the duration. By the end of the 15 minutes, you should be just below your FTP, breathing harder, warming up and starting to sweat. Alright, so I'm not warming up for 15 minutes of 100 watts. I'm starting at 100 watts and then it's gonna ramp up. Alright, here we go. It's hard to judge with this trainer because obviously I'm pedalling in a completely different way to what I'm used to. Hey, thank you Kenneth for the ride on, and Darren, Mr. Darren Hunter, cheers buddy. These are the guys that are going to be, I think, are most desperate to see me suffering on this FTP test, so I'm doing this for you guys. Hey, Jay Picala, Team ODZ. It's so funny that your name's popped up, Mr. Picala, and Lars Elmkar. Thanks very much guys for the ride on. But yeah, Mr. Picala, only the other night I was just sort of flicking back through some of my old vlogs, and I found one which is possibly my favourite race ever, and I didn't win anything out of it at all, but it was a Hare and Hounds or one of those similar formats, and I was the only person in my category, and you guys, led and motivated by you, Mr. Picala, started hunting me down. And luckily for me, Alex Kaiho, who obviously is a seriously strong rider, had taken pity on the fact that I didn't have a team to work with, and he dropped back and basically paced me to the end. So I managed to hold off by about 3 seconds over I think it was a 6 or 7 lap around the London, the sort of Criterium circuit, whatever it's called, London Classique. Thank you John Grasso for the ride on. I actually, even watching it again the other night, it was really exciting, even though I knew the outcome. It was just a brilliant race, and made that way by, oops, just got up my power, hang on 1 second. Made that way by the fact that Alex came back to help me out, and you and a couple of other guys in whichever category it was at the time were sort of heckling me through the chat and chasing me down very quickly. It was really good fun. Hey, Mike Mitchell. Hello, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Haven't seen you for a while. Thanks very much for the ride on. I can see one of my... oh, I can't do this while I'm in workout mode. But Jason R. Blaster, who's going to be one of my road trip buddies with myself and Sean Lowe on the way down to south of France for Mont Ventoux. He just went past me, I think. Oh no, he's about 5 seconds back. Takes me a while. Once I have to increase the power in these 20 watt increments, every time I do, it's taken me a while to sort of find a rhythm to settle into the right sort of power. So like I say, I think I've been learning some really bad pedalling habits with my old trainer, where I'm basically stamping on it. I've got to try and be a lot smoother. I think the cadence sensor is a much more accurate representation of, gives a much more accurate reading of what my cadence actually is now. So it always showed sort of 75, 80 most of the time. And I'm sure my legs were moving faster than that, especially when I watch my videos back. This is really fluctuating all over the place, this power, but I don't feel like I'm changing that much. Hey, speaking of Mr. Sean Lowe, that's my other driving buddy. Thanks for the ride on, pal. Okay, so that's the end of the warm-up coming up here. Well, that 15-minute sort of ramp warm-up. Hi, Kaz Harris. Thank you very much for the ride on. It's great to see you. Incidentally, any noise you can hear is because I think my indexing isn't quite right. Since putting it on here, there are certain gears where it's not absolutely spot on. So I think most of the noise is actually coming from the drivetrain. The trainer itself is it's beautifully quiet. Right, I've got 30 seconds now, and then I will be doing three times 30-second bursts of 270 watts. I'm not sure what recovery time I'll get in between those 3 30-second bursts. Does it start straight away? I imagine so. I get 2.5 minutes rest in between, do I? That's alright. I thought it was going to be like 15 seconds. Oh, I wasn't even reading that. 100 RPM I've got to do. Okay, I didn't even read that bit. Hey, Stevie Wongster. Hello, mate. Thank you very much for the ride on. Robinson H12. Thank you very much for the ride on. Alright, let's go up this to 270 for a moment. Hey, Mr. R Blaster. I definitely failed that one. I think I needed to get used to this trainer for a little while before trying this FTP test. I think I'm cycling, I'm pedalling all wrong for it. I know I'm doing it, and I keep sort of trying to remember to just be smoother with my pedal strokes, and then I just, as soon as I have to up the power, I sort of revert back to stamping a little bit. I don't think I even got to 270 then. I was concentrating on the bloody cadence. Oh. Well, I've got a star next to my name for that 3 times 30 section, but there's no way I did it properly. I sort of, first time I was shooting up to sort of 350 watts and then back down to 150, anywhere in between. Hi, Niall Simpson, thanks very much for the ride on. Yeah, I'm really struggling to adapt to sort of controlled power increases and then just sort of holding a steady power. And I didn't realise I was supposed to be doing a particular cadence either for a while. But somehow I got the star for that segment. Maybe you just do if you just finish it, whether you did it right or not. Hey Keith Denton. Hello my friend, thanks very much for the ride on. Thanks for your suggestions earlier actually regarding the restructuring the point situation for the Winter League. It was something I was thinking about anyway, but wasn't sure exactly the direction to go in with it. There's pros and cons of every single format that I can come up with, including the ones you suggested. I do like the idea that there is more of a competition for the lower league placings. So that's definitely the main thing that needs to be addressed. But obviously I don't want to do that to the detriment of the incentive to push forward and score highly nearer the top of nearer the front of the race. So it's a tricky one, but thanks for your suggestions, and I'm more than happy to sort of put this open to everybody. I'm hoping to get things going by sort of late October really. So between now and then, any suggestions of how the points could be structured, bearing in mind they need to be kept quite simple because it's going to be me calculating the points and the league positions at the end of each event, so it can't be too confusing. So I think I just saw Kev Stevens' name pop up. Thanks buddy for the ride on. This is I have chatted with Kev about us doing a sort of simultaneous FTP test. I chatted with Peter about it as well, Peter Wilson. That's something we've been chatting about a bit and turning it into an event. I'm still really keen to do that. I'm only doing this one so that I can start the Zwift Academy program, and just so I've got some kind of benchmark. So I haven't done one for about a year. But yeah, back to the league. I'm open to all suggestions, and then hopefully we'll find a sort of happy medium somewhere. But I'm really excited about it because I was getting a bit choked up writing the race details for the next round, and obviously the realisation that it's been going some time, and this is the end of it. Right, anyway, I'm shutting up because I've got 8 seconds before all hell breaks loose. Here we go. I can't do it, guys. I can't actually do it. I'm gonna be sick. Come on, let's at least finish, even if it's really slow. I'm not ready for this. Jesus freaking Christ. Oh my God. 193. Oh my word. That is catastrophic. Oh my God. I'm not surprised. Jesus. Oh, I wanted to at least be in the 200s. All that for 193. It's just not worth it. Oh, I hate this trainer. It's rubbish. I'm going to try and fix my vortex. Now, if I'm honest, I think that's more to do with my current fitness and health than the trainer. I think it's harder to hold, it's definitely slightly harder to hold around sort of 200 watts than I'm used to. So at a guess, I'd say my vortex was maybe, I don't know, 15 watts out, something like that. I wouldn't have said it was much more than that. I think this is down to my lack of ability, not a massive discrepancy between the trainers. Man, I need to lose some weight. Those power figures weren't too bad when I was sort of mid to low 70 kilograms, but now I'm firmly in the high 70 kilograms. That's no good. And my heart rate was through the roof right from the start. I think I went off too quick again, like I always do. That ride kind of mimicked how I race. A bit of a stupid push at the beginning, completely die in the middle, and then try and salvage something at the end. Alright, I'll be doing that again soon, as soon as I'm feeling up to it. I've been on my diet actually for 2 days, barely eating apart from my sausage and mash before I rode. But that is literally, actually no, I had a bowl of granola this morning for breakfast, and that was it. And literally been drinking water, had a couple of coffees, and sausage and potato for dinner. So I'm hoping I'll start seeing the benefits of that soon. I need to time it better, time my eating better, that's for sure. But no excuses. I had a feeling that my fitness had been on the slide, and to throw that onto a new turbo trainer as well, it was never going to be good. But I'd have been happy if I just stayed in the 200s, I think. Well, not happy, but less disappointed. So where's that put me? At 78 kilograms, 193. What's that? 2.4 watts per kilogram. Bloody hell. That doesn't bode well for Saturday's race. Hopefully that race can prove that this was just a badly timed FTP test, but I doubt it. It's going to be a similar kind of thing, all flat, barely any climbing. I will get the benefit of drafting a few stronger guys, which would be nice. But there we go. It's not the best way to test the Drivo either, because obviously the main difference is going to be with the resistance on the hills. That was in ERG mode or ERG mode, so didn't get to see any of that. But I just need to get some miles in with it, learn how to use it as much as anything else. I mean, I am sure when I do a hilly route, it's going to absolutely destroy me. But I'm sure there are ways I can counteract some of that by just learning how to ride it a little bit better. I know I keep going on about this, and it might sound like I'm making excuses, but I'm really not. It just I can tell that I'm not getting the most out of it. Not just because my legs are like jelly. Well, I'm glad I did it anyway, kind of. I've got a figure to work from, so that's always a good thing. I've got a platform now, 193. So I want to see that number going up, and I want to see my weight going down. Ideally, I want to get down to between, well, I reckon about 73 kilograms is about my ideal weight. Thank you, Savik, for the ride on. Sorry I can't return it, buddy, while I'm in workout mode. I'll do a post-event ride on. Yeah, if I can get down to about 73 kilograms, even less would be ideal before we go to Mont Ventoux next year. So I can get down to 75 and get my FTP up to, I don't know, 230, say, which is, I think I had it in there at 230 or 220. I can't remember. That's from a long time ago, so I don't actually think it's been that for a while, but I was sure I was going to get maybe 210, 205, 210. But there you go. But yeah, I think those got to be my targets. 230 FTP, 73 kilograms in weight. So yeah, I've signed up to the World Championships as well for WKG. As I know a lot of you guys have, that should be really good fun. And that's in November sometime, I think. So I need to sort myself out. I've got a couple of months, obviously, to sort myself out for that. And I definitely want to be firmly in, well, ideally, sort of towards the cutting edge of the C category by the time we start our winter league as well. Because I've been slipping closer and closer to the D's as the season's gone on. So I need to put that right. Anyway, 7 minutes left of this cool down. You don't need to see me do that. So thank you for watching. I've got the 2 for 1 in the morning as well. So if I manage to edit and upload this tonight, then that'll make sense. Otherwise, ignore what I just said. But yeah, 2 for 1 ride in the morning. Hope to see you there. If not, next vlog will be the final round of the WKG Racing League. Crits all over at 3:10 in the afternoon, British summertime, on Saturday. Oh God, I can't even remember. It's the 9th of September. Is that the Saturday or Sunday? Whichever that is. Saturday. So I hope to see loads of you there, and I'll catch you soon. Ciao.